Alrighty then. Let's check if we have audio and if this works. Alright. Welcome everyone to the next part of Horizon Zero Dawn. Playing some fun early stuff still. And today, so as a quick summary, we are about to we are now on our way to follow the people who killed a lot of the people from our tribe, and also we're on the way. We'll be climbing this tall neck because it emits a signal that told us we should get up there. So, if you're watching this on the VOD or only recently watched the VOD, you might notice that I'm in a slightly different location. That's just because, basically I walked from, I think it was about this spot where we originally were, over to here where the save point, the campfire is. What are these? Okay, and these are the other missions that we have. Yeah, so, I guess let's find a spot. And let's mark everyone who's... Come on. Okay. Mark everyone who's nearby. Mark the track, so it's walking around this block. But there seems to be a watcher up there that we should probably get rid of.
You're down. The others haven't noticed.
That went well. Okay, so I'm not sure if that happened on stream yesterday or right after, but if you walk up to the tall neck, the one thing she said was, hey, yeah, these legs look like I can't climb up there, so if we need to get to the top somehow, I guess we need to get higher up. And this building looks
and a longer
nice.
night ahead, most likely.
So let us go and try to find a way up here. Let's see if there's no climby bits here. Actually, oops. Oh, here's a climby bit. Oh, and another watcher. That's not good. Okay. Got it. I'm realizing I've gotten much better at this than when I first did this. So if you're playing this the first time and you have trouble hitting these the first time, oh, another one. Don't be. Wow, even without quite seeing it. Yeah, I guess if you do this often enough, then you kind of get a habit, and you will be shooting at watchers a lot. So let's... Oh. Oh, that's just lights, not... Seems...
I think I can leap onto the tall neck from here.
Okay, so she says... She thinks she can leap onto the tall neck from here, so let's try it. Ah, yeah, that works.
All
Okay,
right.
good.
Now I just have to reach its head.
So there are several spots here, I think, and you see this stuff is yellow, so you can just climb up here. I like this, you have a really nice view here of pretty much everything. And the tall neck, as you see, like actually walks around while you're on it. So cool. And they even, like, you'll be doing this a lot. Well, a lot is maybe exaggerated, but this is a mechanic that will happen a couple of times. So enjoy it. And the first time I did this, I used the photo mode that this game has to...
What Chief Solo went after the killers from the proving. Maybe I should try to find her.
Yeah. I'll do the next mission soon enough, Aloy. It's a little bit annoying in this game that you always get such strong hints this early if you're just a little bit dawdling. Oh, there are some big machines over there. Okay, let's override this.
Sorry about this. It won't take long. Everything along its path, and sends what it sees to other machines.
Okay, so the tall neck is kind of the GPS system. Nice, okay. So now while you're surfing, you could use the photo mode to take some really nice pictures if you want to. Let's rappel down then. Okay, let's go and save. That was nice. You have a view from these things, it's impressive. Alrighty then. Let's see, we're at 2 skill points. Not sure if we have anything that we want. That is 2. Balanced aim, low profile. get Tinker so we can remove weapon coils and outfit weaves. So I think I'll wait for another skill point. There are some nice increases the time a machine will remain overridden. Calls a new overridden mount if no mount is available. That's actually a really useful thing if you find yourself using the mounts a lot, because you don't always have to sneak up on the mounts and hack them, but rather you can just go call one and it'll kind of auto-override it, which, you know, after a few times of doing this overriding is kind of quite a lot easier. Alright, so we've done this. So let's see what our next quest is. Oh, we actually... No, wait, Mother's Crown? Let's see where that is. Okay, that's up there, so that's a new spot nearby. We didn't run past that. Okay. But, we should probably go on the War Chief's trail first. Because we were pretty near there already. What does crafting say here? Carry capacity. Anthropo, quiver, boar, bone. Okay, let's create jobs for these. Because we really want to. Get this eventually. Blaze and fishbone. Resource satchel. Outfits and weapons we probably won't need right now. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Those have become current. That's not quite what I wanted. Okay, back to the War Chief's trail. And now that's back there. We're actually walking past a bunch of striders, so we might get the mount we could use. Oh, can we still call ours? Oh, looks like it, okay. It's still good. Wait, that is some plans. Okay, we're just about full. Check these ruins for anything. They must be there for something. Right. Some turkey. Is this a destroyed watcher? Oh right, and we forgot the 2 watchers we shot. Alright, so let's run over there. Oh, that's just any damaged watcher, it seems. Alright, oh, and we got turkey bone and bony meat. I
Got too much already.
didn't pick up the bony meat. Jeez. Let's see what the... No curry capacity upgrade right now available. Okay. Oh, and maybe we can craft some stuff. Nope. Okay. So what do we want to drop? A bunch of modifications, resources. Wait. Can we unpack some of these boxes? Okay. There's really a lot of resource management I need to... Still no sparkers, okay. Okay, let's find a way to empty up our... I can put... Wait, I can put some modifications in here. So I have a resist fire weave 8% in here. Here I have resist shock and stealth. Let's see. Let's just put the extra stealth in here. 5% damage and 11% fire. No. 12% shock. No. Nothing more to equip. Okay. Doesn't have enough sparkers, but at least we've used some of the resources we have. Okay. So let's Let's see if this means we can pick this up. Yes. Good. She can't really carry that much. Now can she? There's a boar and a raccoon. So, not with the tripcaster. Let that boar go here. No. Don't waste your time. It's always so easy to hit the buttons in the wrong order, and apparently then Aloy doesn't attack. Like if you hit the left shoulder button. You know, that's totally my goofiness, by the way. That's not a problem in this game. Well, I guess it's, in some way, it's a bit of a fundamental problem of a controller where, you know, you have to... Ooh, what's this? Refugee Museum opens. Climate Refugee Museum opens in London. Celebrated poet and environmental activist Diego Abela fought back tears today in a speech delivered on the steps of the newly opened Climate Refugee Memorial Museum in London. I was 19 in 2033 when the waves rose up and swallowed the Azores, Abela said. The waves swallowed my home. The next decade of my life I would spend behind the walls of the Thamesmead Emergency Relocation Facility, starving at day, freezing at night, contending with scorn, disgust, and abuse from the very people charged to care for me. Abela went on to discuss the still controversial police actions of 2038. In the Thamesmead uprising, and it was an uprising, not a riot, as your holo pages still call it, I saw men and women crushed beneath the jackboot heel of a panicking power structure. Friends, lovers, I saw them die. My experience is not singular. There were 1,000 Thamesmeads. We must not allow this dark moment in our species' history to become a shrugging footnote. Second Chance Party UK Prime Minister Sally Bowyer was among the first to tour the new museum. Our nation totally needs this. What climate refugees endured was really bad. It completely deserves a real space museum so we can literally stand in their remembrance and be aware and create a brighter world than what came before. In contrast, opposition candidate Nigel Kearns-Bailey of the Fair Chance UK party was fiercely critical of the museum and its spokesperson. More than 1 billion persons perished in the Great Die-Off. Thanks to the generosity of the UK, our generosity, Diego Abela was not one of them. If he so hates the fact that we saved his life and gave him shelter for a decade, I suggest he wend his way down to the Thames and jump in. It's never too late to drown. In fact, Okay, that's a very charming statement. Yeah. So it tells you something about the backstory of our world here. That apparently at some time there was a big climate catastrophe. That's I like that they, I mean, it's, you know, it's a pretty in-your-face way of delivering backstory, but you know, still it's better than using all this detail, sticking all this detailed backstory
Nutritious.
in like other conversations. It's, oh, as you know, this happened or whatever. And I mean, it's ancient history, so why would it be relevant to most of the tribes that we've encountered so far? Another thing to pick up, and we still have a mostly full inventory. Weapons, outfits. Let's see, resources needs 5 rich meat and we have 4. So let's find something to hunt out here. There's another boar that should give rich meat. This house. Can I set a waypoint in there? Let's go there and set a waypoint. Maybe I can do that. No, it won't let me do that. Okay, but it's about there. So if I run out of there now, and go back. This was so okay, I get so much more. Okay. That disappeared. Turkey. Good. Grab some turkey, which gives us rich meat up to 5, so we should be good. Now we just gotta find a way to get up here. Okay.
A quick way down.
So let's now try to craft the carry capacity upgrade so we can finally... Tripcaster, resources satchel. And boar bone would be the next thing. Okay. So now let's go back to where we were and collect the loot that was there. And listen to that next item. Hire my program attracting young people back to New Zealand. Auckland. Annalise Cameron was barely 3 years old when her family fled the 2036 submergence. Now she's come back. We joke it's not New Zealand anymore, it's New Zealand. But that's just having a laugh. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm home. Cameron is one of approximately 17,000 young Kiwi transplants participating in the New Zealand government's Hire My program, which offers tax incentives to displaced New Zealanders for returning home. The program is the brainchild of Prime Minister Tama Ngata, who is widely credited with facilitating the revitalization of Auckland and Christchurch through risky post-Citarum River disaster investment in the nanotech construction industry. It's time to let the world know we're still here, said Ngata of the program. Our nation is strong. Not even the die-off could bring us down. We've rebuilt and our doors are open. Okay, so apparently we learn now that there were a bunch of places where stuff ended up drowned underwater. There are a bunch of fun other bits of lore to find here, by the way. Okay, and now it has switched my quest again. So let's go back on the Warchief's trail. Jesus. Oh. Enemies. Where are you? Oh, that's a Strider and a Watcher. Oh, that's our Strider, okay. Watcher, let us shoot you. And of course it disappears behind something. Come on, wherever you are. Another question is, did it call someone else? Okay, and there's an interesting new machine, I guess.
Look at this.
Nice. Okay. Then let's go and... oh, we have to cross here, I guess.
I can still get the upper hand.
Oh. Okay, I don't know why I thought I should override this one, but... I'm not here. You don't see me. Me, can we unpack the rest of the treasure boxes now? Okay, we have a bunch of fast travel packs at least. Back there seems to still be curious. Oh, that's a boar, okay. That's the Watcher we want to storage parts from. Alright. Why are you running away? I wanted to harvest your parts.
You're alert.
Okay. Now we've hopefully left enough to get some useful parts. Oh, but only blaze, not sparkers. Aww. Such an elegant slide that I did, and then I slid past the cover. Okay, this is the way to Mother's Crown, which I guess is good. That was a bore and I was too slow. So let's see where this will lead us. Of course. Looks like it might have been slightly overrun. No. Turn away just when you're in the perfect position to shoot. This is probably too much distance.
I can smell the new day on the wind.
Alright, nobody saw me, that's good. Let's tag everyone. Blaze canister is a weakness, okay. You found something. Woo! That went up in flames. Oh. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I'm not here, you don't know where I am. Okay, I guess the others ran away, so we can probably cross here. Grab this stuff. Come on. Okay. Are there any fish in this lake? See, in this lake, I say river. It's a river. tiny bit of a cell phone. Is this another grazer? Okay. Let's refill some of our ammo.
Never know when I might need these. Another village, up on the heights.
Village, okay. That's also nice to know. And somewhere over there was the ambush, I suppose. Can I sneak around you? Oops. Can I hack you? No, I can't. Okay. That's a pity. It said maybe I can hack other animals, but apparently it was a very vague maybe. Okay, there's an exclamation mark here, so I guess somewhere forward in that village. Okay, there are a bunch of missions for us. So let's go there soon. But right now let's find the ambush site.
This must be where the war party got massacred. Such destruction.
Yeah, there are some spears floating above the ground. Oh. There is blood. Blood everywhere. Does it tell us not go to the massacre site? So we're still nearby. Investigate the battlefield.
Lots of machines. All controlled by the killers. The Nora managed to take down a corruptor.
They managed to take down a corruptor. That's good. Something that took a lot of people.
They sent a stampede of them down the slope.
Come on. It's loot. Oh, it's just Ridgewood. Okay, never mind
Maybe
then.
the war chief left something behind. Some clue as to where she went. But not before the killers used it to send the other machines against them.
Okay, so that was apparently what I was supposed to talk to first. They managed to take down a corruptor, then I examined the corruptor.
Brave, let us speak. The dead and wounded all cleared away. Are there no more braves or healers here?
Just me. You're hurt. What happened?
I didn't. It's madness out there. War Chief Sona sent me back to report. I'm no good to her like this.
Varl told me that the war chief tracked the killers. Did she find them?
We followed their trail, but again and again they sent corrupted machines to attack us. My wounds started to slow me down, so the war chief sent me back to let others know she hasn't given up the fight.
Yay, she's alive. We don't have to... What was his name? Crash, something like that. The guy who keeps swearing at us. So I guess we don't have to put up with him much longer.
So, you were here when the war party was ambushed?
I was. I thought after the proving there could be no darker day, but I was wrong. The war chief was delayed gathering the rear guard. Eager for revenge, the braves in the lead fell into the trap. Dozens lost in minutes. If Sona hadn't arrived and rallied us, no one would have survived.
Varl sent me to look for Sona. Do you know where she is now?
All I can tell you is where we parted. Near the metal tower, southeast of the ruins at Devil's Thirst. Look to the rise behind it with a lone boulder. I'll head for the embrace and report what I know to Varl and the others. May All Mother lend you strength. You'll need it, going alone.
I've got infinite lives. I'll be fine. Okay, so we're supposed to go out there, I guess. Is there anything here worth picking up? A few foxes. A boar over there, nothing really. Well, let's see. So that's good. Where was the village? Interesting, one of the exclamation marks disappeared? Or is it just because we're too far away? But since we need to go somewhere over there, I think I'll go for the town first. There? Is there a path? Yeah, over there. What happened to his cart? I guess that's just a car broke down joke.
We'll all be dead soon. All mine, please. You're a Nora. Do your duty, and pray to be remembered well when you fall.
What do you think I'm doing? It's not as if I'm having fun here. Well, I am having fun, but I mean, never mind. Oh, loot.
You certainly are blessed by All Mother.
I guess
That brave. Sounds like he's suffering.
Yes. It's only a matter of time before he passes on. I've seen people die before, but never in such pain. I want to be strong like you, but nothing I do comforts him. I don't even have any dream willow to ease his pain. There should be some in stashes along brave trails to the east, but I must keep vigil for this man. I don't suppose you could check the stashes? Even a little dream willow would ease his pain.
You said that you, wanted to be strong, like me. I take it you know who I am?
I do. I know a lot of people didn't want you in the proving. But if you hadn't been there, everyone would have died. Shows how much we know. The very person we needed was someone the tribe never wanted. I wish I could borrow some of your courage now. For him.
You don't need to borrow what you already have.
I hope you're right.
How did the man you're caring for get hurt?
He was one of the war party, wounded in battle down the ridge there. He was too weak to be carried back to Mother's heart. So they brought him here. I'm supposed to comfort him, but all I can do is whisper. Tell him to think of his mother's smile.
Could you see the ambush from here?
I heard it. Explosions and screams and howls of machines like monsters. That's what he keeps groaning and muttering about. Machines like nightmares ripping everyone to shreds. If only I could calm him. Help him forget all that and go to All Mother in peace.
Tell me what you need again.
Dream willow. An oil made from the bark of water willows that brings sleep and numbs pain. My supply is gone, but hunters keep it in stashes along brave trails, out of reach of beasts and machines. There should be some left in the stashes along trails to the east.
You're young for a healer, aren't you?
Yes. I'm still learning the basics. But all the true healers are busy in Mother's heart. Besides, this brave is beyond healing. What he needs is someone to stay with him. And that, I can do.
I'll check the stashes for Dream Willow if I get a chance.
You will? Thank you. My only wish is to ease this poor man's suffering.
Can we trade something? Ooh. Let's see what the coolest items we can buy are. Karja Tripcaster. Karja Sharpshot Bow. Okay, that's a better Tripcaster than we have. So let's get this one then. And now we don't have enough shards for anything more. The sling would probably be something that we should get as well. Let's create a job for that. And then, oh yeah, equip some modifications. I guess we only have a handling coil right now. Yeah, no modifications available. The old Tripcaster had a shock shock modification that we can't get out right now because we don't have the ability to remove modifications yet.
You're Aloy, aren't you? They say you've been made a seeker with rite of passage from the Sacred Land.
Yes. To track the killers who attacked the Proving.
I can't imagine leaving All Mother's protection. But my sister Nakoa is like you. Fearless. She went north to find a Karja officer called Zaid, one of the captains of the Red Raids. He's dangerous. I'm really worried about her.
Did the matriarchs really give Nakoa permission to leave?
No. They refused her. But nothing could stop her from going after Zaid. He murdered our father during the Red Raids. Nakoa saw it happen. Hid in the cellar and forced herself to watch. It changed her.
I lived in the Embrace during the Red Raids. What was it like out here?
For 10 years, the Karja attacked without warning. Devils like Zaid butchered braves and kidnapped civilians for blood sacrifice. It all ended when the mad Sun King died. The matriarchs say his son wants to set things right. But that wasn't enough for Nakoa.
You could have gone with her.
Leave the Sacred Land and be purged from All Mother's eternal memory? No. I begged Nakoa to stay so she could avoid that fate. She said she didn't care. I don't know. Will she really be cursed for avenging our father? It seems cruel.
I'll keep an eye out for her.
Oh, Mother bless you. I know the matriarchs won't let her return to the Sacred Land, but I just need to know that she's all right. She must have passed through Mother's crown. My Aunt Salai lives there. They might have spoken. Maybe she can tell you more. All Mother, hear my prayer.
Okay. So we have those quests now. And what do we do next? Okay, so that's level 15, so we'll still have a bit before we can do those.
I kneel before you, low and humble.
I like they let you do... I don't know if that's just because I'm on the easy level, and so fighting out of level is not that bad. There's more tolerance. I don't know if it's that or if it's just in general. They let you, like, if your level is close to the one of the mission, they let you take it. But if your level is too much lower, they mark the mission as, hey, this is way too high for you. Which I like that they took the time to, you know, mark those missions. There's a lot of attention to detail in this game to things like that. Okay, so I guess let's find the supply caches then. Come to me. Or see. Ah, here we are. Downside of having a mount is, yeah, exactly. Situations like this where the other ones go, ooh, why is there a human riding our friend? Try to defend them. Wait, there's a lot of loot that I didn't pick up here. Next to our friend. Okay, let's check, is the main quest or Chief's Trail? No. And we are level 10, yeah, so I should probably... I totally forgot that. So let's do the main quest first. That's somewhere over there, okay.
I can get out of this.
Okay, that's just a watcher. And somewhere over there is Sona, and also a box on our compass, so that means that... Oh.
Ready or not.
Got you. Good. I think you dropped something. Building, I guess. Let's see if we can get in there to find whatever object it pointed us at. Object has disappeared from our compass? What? Oh, it's there again. Has to be right here somewhere. It's on the other side of the building. Above or below. Ah, there it is. Okay. Scotty v. Frost. Editorial. Overturning Shot versus Frost is a pipe dream. January 9th, 2061. Of all the tedious and repetitive talking points that became the touchstones of the last presidential election, none were more empty or jejune than the debate over Shot versus Frost, the Supreme Court decision that granted corporations the right to run for and hold political office through proxy candidates. Nobody could be blamed for thinking this was an actual issue. This was the race, after all, that brought us such deliciously dramatic holoclips as Lacey Almodovar asking to speak to your Barney Atami's manager, and Atami declaring Almodovar a dangerous anarchist for her apparently anti-corporate stance. But for all of Almodovar's fiery rhetoric, the fact remains that the single largest donor to her campaign fund was arguably the second most powerful corporate entity in the world, Metallurgic International. To think that she would have any legitimate interest in... Okay, so that's an interesting future where companies can hold offices by, I guess, basically just, sending you employees. I intended to just go over there and get that. I didn't accidentally fall in and then had to find the nearest exit, I swear. Really? Believe me. Somewhere up there. Oh, more loot. Always need more loot. And thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot, for reminding me. I should just take a quick sip of water and then we get going. Alright, I've had my drink. I've been multitasking. Well, I've been pushing a button while drinking. That's about the extent of my multitasking skills.
Eyes Sona's runner told me about.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, okay, so we need to get up there somehow, and I think you can just pass over there. Okay, we're up on medicinal plants. And there's a campfire or something.
They must have taken up that old bow. Has seen a lot of action. Dressings for wounds. Arrow shards. Braves were crafting ammunition here. The runner wasn't the only one who got hurt. The war chief stopped here. Might be a blood trail I could follow. I should try my focus. Couldn't have been easy, going on after the ambush.
Okay. I'm missing an intact string.
No one would have left it willingly. Sona's taken losses.
It's a good bow. We can't take it, I guess. It's a pity. Okay, here's a track. The stomping is really a bit disconcerting. There's like lightning and thunder left of me. I guess it's something that that you wouldn't really hear anymore if you're used to this world. Although I guess Aloy would, because she said, you know, she only had descriptions.
Looks like Sona and her braves headed for that ridge.
Oh. Corrupted. Two of them even. Question is, can we sneak past? Dropping to our deaths at least. Anybody else around here? Not right now. Good. Let's climb up here and see what we get to see.
A dead sawtooth. Maybe Sona took it out. She could be close.
Right, and now we just walk to the sawtooth and nothing can possibly go wrong. Well, the things we do for loot.
You're lucky I happened by. One heartbeat more, and that sawtooth would have torn you apart.
Half a heartbeat more and I would have killed it myself. So you're War Chief Sona? Varl asked me to find you.
Has he held the gate?
He has, bravely. I saw him kill a corrupted machine himself. But he worries for you.
Our tribe needs strength, not sentiment. I've tracked some of the killers who struck the Proving. I crave vengeance. Do you?
You have no idea.
Show me then. Lend me your strength. Follow.
Wait,
The killers
I need to
are
loot.
just across this ridge, digging the cursed earth.
Whoa.
The sin of the ancients is buried in that.
I guess they expect you to drop down. There are climby bits down there.
I know of them. I killed one at Mother's Watch.
A bold claim. I wonder if you'll live up to it.
Let's do a quick save here. tree trunks.
Hours ago, I sent Braves into hiding in the trees below. On my signal, they'll attack. The enemy and their demonic machines outnumber us, but we will have fury on our side.
We could have more than that.
Explain.
That's Blaze. What we used to burn, they used to blast. It's how they dug out this pit.
So we put fire to it and then?
Boom.
Then let us begin.
Whoa, wait. Let's not rush. Give me some time to make an approach. If I end up alerting them, open fire.
All right. Let's see what you can do.
Okay. So I need to destroy the corrupted machines. But I also... So the last time I did this, I pretty much triggered an attack pretty early on. But who knows? Maybe I can make something blow up near someone, like there. Yes. I got 2 of them, that's nice. Okay, yeah, I guess I triggered them already. Anything more with the blaze? Not really. Oops. Someone down there has seen me? Okay. Let's slide down there somewhere and see if we can do something more. A lot of health in one go that I lost there. Ah, crap. Okay. That's a bit of corruption that I got there. Oh, okay.
Spread out!
Come on. Let me get away from there. Whoops. I didn't mean to go down there. Can I get out of there again? Yes.
You cannot hide from our... Damn, out of reach.
Okay, maybe let's use the Tripcaster. Yes.
Found him! Got you located! I got him!
Oh, okay. this weapon that you're using?
Still here?
Whoops. Come on. Yeah, okay, we got the heavy.
Regroup and get ready to flank.
Okay.
Couldn't hit him.
Alright, how's our health looking? No, I just charged it up. Okay. You.
Get ready for the Shadow's sting.
Let's see, we can run here. Maybe, yes.
Fall before the Shadow.
Okay. We've got all those people and their machines, so that's good. Again, that wasn't super stealthy, but I got a few blaze kills in.
Forget about traveling light.
Okay, where do we have the health potion? Here. Now we can pick up another health potion. Let's see where else there are resources that we can grab. A bunch over there as well. I wonder how sneaky one can get for this. Like if I have to, you know, be more careful to do certain things out of sight. Like not just from cover, but like where nobody can see the results, so that if I blow up the blaze, that it happens where everyone who can see it gets killed.
I'll tuck that away.
There's a lot of echo here. Whether this is about as stealthy as this could get, at least with the equipment I have right now. I mean, there are some stealthier weapons later on. Oh, that watcher fell down there. Have its own sleeping spot in the camp. Alright. There's another one. Can we loot you somehow? Not from here, so I guess we need to get up there. Rude of them to fall into such inaccessible places. Okay, let's talk to Sona. Then we've looted all the loot.
And all the killers. I counted more at the War Party massacre. If I have to chase their filthy shadows from here to Spear's Reach, I will.
You're hurt. Losing blood.
My health is not your concern.
No one doubts your determination, but you need rest.
She's right, War Chief. Give your wounds time to close.
Val, what are you doing here? I ordered you to hold that gate with your life.
And so I did, until the runner you sent returned with news of his encounter with Aloy and your location. I left the gate well guarded. My place is here, with you, with our vengeance. Am I not owed that?
Maybe I should have a look around. See if I can figure out where the rest of the killers are.
Do as you wish. Everyone else does.
Mother.
Mom?
Commanders, over the past month, accidental blaze explosions have killed 12 men. Here in the Ring of Metal, I've taken the precaution of placing our entire stockpile in a covered shelter, safe from stray sparks and lightning. And I've posted guards to control access. I urge you to take similar measures, or suffer the consequences. Supply Master Thran, out.
A blaze stockpile inside their base. Sabotage that, and we win.
It's like, hey, big red arrow pointing here. Alright, that's the health potion. Not loot we forgot. Here is more loot we haven't taken yet. Whoa. Oh, that's a corruptor, I guess, that they were digging out. Interesting. Shows you when I first played that, I think it was dark still, so those were hard to see. I didn't really recognize them as corruptors at the time. So the corruptors are not like newly built machines, but rather machines they dug
I found
out.
something. The rest of the killers are camped inside a ring of metal. Any idea what that means?
Damn them. The Ring of Metal lies in the ruins of Devil's Grief. That ground is taboo. I will return to the matriarchs, beg them to make an exception.
There's no time for that.
Blood spilled calls for blood spilled. If the ground is cursed, then let our vengeance sanctify it.
You blaspheme!
Please, War Chief, break the taboo.
Devil's Grief is a cursed place. But maybe Aloy's secret blessing can protect us. I'll send scouts ahead. Our force will assemble at the cliff above Red Echoes, and launch our attack from there.
Sounds like a plan. See you there.
Okay, now we can talk to Carl, apparently.
Aloy, thank you.
You might take that back when you see what I'm getting us into.
Revenge of the Nora. Does that make the Nora Sith? Alright, so let's see what quests. Still not level 15 or level 25 apparently. I guess we can go to Mother's Crown now. Do we have? Yeah, we have. Okay, so let's get the sling. Come on. You know how to get up a ladder? Is there a merchant nearer? Well, okay, let's go back there. And, oh, the supply caches are still too high level. Okay, let's just quick travel here and see. So they're not super interesting, but if I was to, you know, if I wasn't just trying to replay what I already played, but was actually like trying to make a new playthrough, because, you know, this playthrough is really a playthrough of like I started my stream in the middle of the game basically because I had played a little and then thought, hey, this might be fun to stream. And so now I'm going back and doing the early missions just so I have a complete set of VODs. And so if you are playing this for the first time, I recommend, there's a whole bunch of quests here, the tutorials, and those are, you know, like they don't do much. Like you can use the tripcaster, and then there's an extra tutorial for the Karja tripcaster. It's basically just, you know, use the features of that thing and practice a little and get what is basically free XP, you know. But different from other games where levels, where quests like these will automatically fulfill when you're doing other missions, you explicitly have to select this one to actually get the 3 credited, and then so you can't just, you know, have it be fulfilled by playing missions. Yeah, so, and I'm also not going to do the hunting grounds, both of which are good ways to get XP. The hunting grounds have an additional mission that I'm saving for another playthrough one future day if I ever do it. Okay, so let's buy our sling. I think I actually got the... Yeah, or I can actually get it. That's nice. The Karja sling was, I think, the one. I got... Alright. See if we have... We don't have modifications for that, but 27 freeze and 10% fire. So I guess we don't have anything for shock right now. And let's see, carry capacity. Sling ammo pouch. Yeah. We can do that. And we have skill points, so we can now make progress and get the Tinker skill, and that means we can now remove modifications like from this one, which we're not using anymore. And put it in this one. Okay, so at least we have a full set of modifications. Good. And now let's see. This one is full. For this one, why can't we craft those? Oh, 4 of 8 shards? What? Okay, I guess we spent all our shards. Pretty much everything needs shards. Oops, so I guess we gotta go a-hunting then. Oh, I finally realized, like I always wondered, why, you know, I thought it was just like a nice bit of scenery that you occasionally find, you know, watcher carcasses and things like that, that you can loot. And, I was always kind of, you know, wondering why would they do that. But now I realize it's probably oops, a way to balance the game out, because it means that if you're out of shards, for instance, and cannot craft any arrows anymore, then you can't shoot a watcher to get some shards and things like that. And so that's probably, you know, why they do it. I mean, you could still use the spear, I suppose. But at least this way, you know, you can walk around it even if, like, all your weapons are out.
I can't override that machine, but if I could learn more about it.
Okay, that didn't go too well. Oh. Okay. Like, okay, I don't need. Thank you. I guess that's also why we have the spear, I don't know.
I need this.
Trying to come up with the reasons, but I mean, I guess it's both. Like, the world feels more alive if you occasionally come across, you know, machines that someone else took down, because that's something you constantly do. So in a realistic world, you would expect someone to do more. You know, you'd expect other people to do that, and you would think it's a common experience to find like a broken machine near the road or something.
Gonna need this.
So, I mean, on one hand the world is more alive, on the other it gives you an easy way to get more resources. What would be interesting, of course, would be to know, like, are those just predefined harvest points? So they say, okay, we actually need to provide them.
If they weren't looking for me.
You know, we actually need to provide them with additional resources, like maybe the resources you get from taking down one of the machines are, you know, measured like the ideal amount that you would need, and to fill in the gaps in between, you get the machine, like the broken down machines. You know, that would be one way to do it. Or it could be that they just, if they notice you're kind of low on resources, that they would just spawn a few more. As, you know, things someone has killed. Or it could be that the machine kills are actually dependent on, like, that they actually simulate in-world events. Whoops. That's pretty. I like your pieces. Thank you. Thank you for letting me loot you. I hope we will be able to do that again soon. Anyway, okay, so I found a few dinos now. And now don't we have a objective somewhere? Why is the sling still active? We already bought it. Oh, I guess because I bought the better one. Well. Okay, so let's refill our arrows. I'm again out of shards. Okay, but at least our arrows are full. I had forgotten how much time you spent just getting resources this early in the game. It's nice that, you know, like, this is a good progression, you know, that they kind of give you the impression of how, you know, like, life in this world would be by you know, making you scavenge for everything. But then you can unlock skills that kind of make scavenging more efficient, and that way you end up doing it less later on in the game, but it's still there as a consideration. And also, of course, the enemies you deal with, you know, require more complex weapons, which in turn use more resources to craft ammunition for and things like that. Harriet Choi dies. Perth, September 2nd, 2063. Naysay Doom Priestess Harriet Choi dies. Infamous bioterrorist and Naysay Doom cult member Harriet Choi has died of lung cancer at the age of 54. Choi, whose religious beliefs prevented her from seeking treatment, released a statement last year reading in part, "I am dying, as always, and none are far behind me. I remain steadfast. Father Globe is in his death throes. He is ready to die, but you scorn Father Globe. Rather than help him slough of filth, you condescend, insist you know what's best. Now you've had your claw back, and think you will live forever, but the grave remains no less spacious than before. Choi was serving a life sentence at Punitech Inc.'s Alpha Campus for engineering the Doom Plague viral cocktail that scourged New York, London, Moscow, Tokyo, and Shanghai in 2039. The decision to imprison Choi for life rather than execute her was met with widespread outrage, but information she provided in exchange for the sentence led to the arrests of 16 higher-ranking members of the terrorist cult and, ultimately, Naysay Doom's collapse. Okay. That's interesting. So,
Red light.
sold out. Whoops. Okay. Oh, more of you. Luckily you were nearsighted. Alright. Do we have enough shards now? Why do those give so few shards? What's going on? Like, I'm wondering, like, I thought, you know, that those shards would just be, you know, like little bits of metal broken off or whatever. And, I mean, if you can take down one of these machines, how can you know, like, how would you not get a few broken bits of metal suitable for, you know, making arrowheads or something?
It's a start.
Okay, better get out of the way. Oh, too late. Okay. Oh, a freeze coil. That's probably what we want for... Finally, we have enough shards to at least craft that. And, what did I want to do? Alright, I wanted to change the modifications. Because... oh no, that's all freeze, right? 27 freeze and 20. And that's 9. Oh, I can do 13% tear. So 5% damage. Let's exchange those. Okay. Just because usually I think, like, most animals, most machines seem to, you know, like, if you tear off parts, that means they're out of commission earlier. Whereas if you just cause damage, well then, you know, they cause damage. But,
If I found
you know,
out
you
more
just...
about these machines, I could learn to override them.
Uh-oh. Seen me. Well, at least I've got a few things for you. Didn't mean to attack you, I just wanted to walk past. Okay, let me just have a short look at the skill tree. What we want next. Craft additional ammo, increased chance for extra resources when looting down machines. I guess those look kind of the best right now. Improve our looting so we don't have to do as much of it. Therefore, make the stream slightly more interesting than constantly